Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to do my little 2022 channel update type of thing, kind of as we go forward, the type of stuff you can expect for 2022. I'm going to have more 2022 Overwatch videos in the future, but this is specifically my kind of like channel update for 2022. What is going on with the channel in 2022, what you can expect when we get into 2022 for the channel. So I'll just jump right into it. The first thing you can really kind of, the first thing to expect is I'm going to have a video in the next couple of days, probably Wednesday or Friday, where I talk about what to expect from Overwatch 2 in 2022, the types of announcements to expect. There's no BlizzCon Online this year, so we kind of have to just hope that they do announcements, but there are obviously all those content creators that were in that content meeting that were talking about how excited they are for 2022. Unsurprisingly to most of you, I was not in those meetings, so I don't know what they were talking about, so I can't say for sure. But I'm going to do a video kind of speculating on that type of stuff, and also, what types of things I hope we see. So that'll be my next video later this week. But as Overwatch 2 news comes out this year, I'm going to keep covering it, of course. That's what I've been doing since 2019, so I will keep covering it as more news comes out every single time we get something. I'll cover it, I'll talk about it, as I always do. Obviously with the 2022 Overwatch League season coming up, and there is going to be that is going to be on a version of Overwatch 2. We will definitely be getting Overwatch 2 something or another prior to that. They wouldn't just randomly drop that. That would be, I say they wouldn't, but they totally would, because it's Blizzard and they do stuff like that all the time. So who knows? Maybe we actually do see that. I have no idea. But the other thing that I want to talk about is the Overwatch League, of course. Because that's the main focus of my channel. A lot of the time, that's the main thing that I kind of focus on and talk about. So, obviously, roster breakdown videos, roster analysis, stuff like that is coming. I always try to hold off on that until we get closer to the season. So it's kind of my ramp up into the season, so that I'm getting back into the flow of making those regular weekly videos. So those will start, I think, in the next couple of weeks. I'm basing it on when Hastro said we could expect the Overwatch League to start, which I think was April 22nd. So that's kind of what I'm basing it on. That's when I'm going to start making these videos around, is to make sure that I get it in before that. We don't have a date yet or anything like that, so I'm just going to start making those probably in the next couple of weeks. I'll start doing roster breakdowns. Not every roster is finalized, which is kind of difficult, which is the main issue that I'm running into, is that a lot of teams don't have all of their rosters settled in and finished. So I'm just going to start recording them and talk about the rosters as they are now, and any leaks and rumors that there are around them. Still, I'll talk about. A lot of rosters have like most of their roster finished, not the entire thing, so we'll work on it as needed as stuff comes about. So that's kind of the next immediate thing that I'm going to be going towards and uploading, because those are stuff I really enjoy making. They're some of my favorite videos to record, and so they're definitely on the table for the next major thing that I am going to be uploading here on the channel, so be on the lookout for that in the next couple of weeks. I'm starting with the Shanghai Dragons because I'm going to do top to bottom this season like I did last season, because the rosters at the top of the league have tended to announce more of their rosters this year than the teams towards the bottom. So I kind of have to start with the top, because that's what makes it easier, isn't it? So that's kind of the plan going forward, is the approach I'm going to take, is talking about the rosters as we see them. Hopefully more teams start to announce more of their rosters soon, because some of them, like I said, haven't finished it. So we'll see. Some teams like New York haven't announced anything. So come on, New York. Please announce something for once. So that's kind of like I said, that's the first thing that's really to expect. Once the season kicks off, of course, we'll go back to doing that type of stuff. I'm hoping that I'll have the availability to at least follow it closely enough and watch it more closely. The end of the 2021 season, I was really busy a lot of the time when the matches were going on. I ended up just basically working whenever there were matches on, so I didn't get to watch them very much, or I'd catch like the end of matches. So I'm hoping that that won't be a problem this season, but we will see what happens for 2022. I definitely want to do a lot more stuff as we go into 2022, just kind of focusing on how the game is changing, and kind of giving my thoughts on that type of stuff, because the game's been very different now, so it'll be interesting to see. I want to do a lot more like 2021 content, a lot more like looking back on Overwatch 1 content, and I might still try to do some of that here in the next few months, before we get into the 2022 season. I had been talking about doing a lot of that stuff when the 2021 season ended, but then I was incredibly busy all the time and did not have the motivation to dive into huge video projects like those. The only one I did was the one where I kind of made the dream team for every roster, because that was really the only video that I really wanted to make. I really wanted to do that project because that was kind of something I thought was really interesting. I thought would be really cool. So if you have not seen that video, I will link it in the cards. I'll link it in the description. It was I'll put it at the end of the video as well. It's pretty long. It's like an hour long. But I basically just go over every single team in the Overwatch League and make what would be kind of their all-star roster, using players from like every single season and making sure that you include like the best players from the different parts of those rosters. So I would say check it out if you are interested in it. It's some of the longest we've uploaded on the channel, and it's one of my favorites I've uploaded on the channel because it's one that I had been working on for a while, and I had kind of planned different iterations of the video. I kind of had like 3 or 4 different ideas for it. I would stream it, or I would break it down into multiple parts. I would do it as a collaborative piece, but I ultimately just decided to do just me and just kind of ramble for a little while. But it was really fun. I'm hoping that people enjoy it. I'm hoping it's a video that people enjoyed, and hopefully more of you watch it just to see my thoughts on some of the teams and some of the players that have been on these rosters historically, and kind of where I think some of them go, because I think some of them would surprise you. So definitely check that one out if you haven't. I would like to do more, obviously, just kind of broader content as we go forward. It's just a very rough time when the season ends, and it's like late October, or it's like, late September, early October, and then you start getting into November and December, and you get into just like really busy time where you have, in the U.S., you have Thanksgiving, and then you have your Christmas and New Year's breaks, all kind of on top of each other. You have a month between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then you have a week between Christmas and New Year's, and so it's just this really like hectic month or so of the year where it just gets very difficult to kind of put out content. And so I have been trying to stay on top of it. I've been trying to do better than last year, where I really just kind of went AWOL for like a month and a half, 2 months. I've been trying to keep everything as much as, I've been trying to stay on top of uploading as much as I can, and trying to do some of the stuff that I had not been doing previously. So hopefully you guys have liked some of the content that we've had, or I have had. It's just me. I know I said we. I have had coming out in the past few months. Get back to more regular kind of scheduling, like I said, in the next couple of weeks, and we will get a lot more content, or you all will get a lot more content. I guess I make it, you get it, we all get the content though. More regular stuff coming soon. That's kind of the main takeaway from that. Of course, once the Overwatch League season kicks off in 2022, I'm still doing my picks. I'll do my breakdowns and whatnot as I do every season. That will not be going away. That will still be the center of what I'm doing during the season. That won't change. Don't worry if you are worried about that. Don't be. I always do those. They're some of my favorite stuff to do as well. So things will get more regular once the season kicks off, and once we get into kind of the end of the off season. The off season's long. It's kind of the problem. If you watch Plat Chat, they've been struggling with stuff because just when you have an off season as long as what the Overwatch Leagues is, it can be very hard to put out interesting content consistently. And that's just the issue I'm coming up with. So I usually just take the off season as just kind of a time to limit what I'm doing, at least like the first half of it or so, right? Like there's like the immediate aftermath of the off season where you start to kind of look at some of the players that are retiring, that are leaving. You know, you kind of do like your end of season power rankings. You look back on the season. All that type of stuff really happens like right at the beginning of the off season, and then you hit this really just deep lull where nothing really happens for previously it was just like a month or two, but now it's like several months, and you get into like busy time where it's like holiday season, and then uploading becomes a lot more of a chore because you're traveling or whatever. And then you get to like the beginning of the year, and then you start getting to the point where you have to start planning. So it is just the slow point right now, but we're getting to the quick, better, more exciting era. So do not worry. We are very, very close to the point where we get a lot of content from everyone. I think we'll get a lot more news and stuff coming out of Overwatch in general very soon, and the Overwatch League very soon. So do not fret, do not worry. We're almost there. But yeah, so that's kind of it for 2022. It's a lot of the same stuff. Like I've said, I would like to try to branch out and do more kind of different content. Obviously, like if I made non-Overwatch related content, it would not be on this channel. And I've done other content in the past. But if I did make other content, I would make it on a different channel. I don't know where, I don't know what. I really do want to start streaming. The issue is I don't know if my PC can handle it very well. So I'd have to figure that out. But that is something I would still like to do. That is the goal I would like to set for 2022, is start doing streams. Even if it's not like gaming streams, if it's just like some type of like chatting stream about Overwatch League or whatever, anything like that. I don't know. I want to stream more, so that's kind of my goal, is I would like to start getting into streaming. It's difficult with the way my schedule's been, but hopefully soon I'll be able to stream more than I have been. But that's all for me for today. Don't really have much else to talk about, so I'm going to end this one here. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed and are excited for 2022, consider liking and subscribing. Leave a comment down below the thing you're most excited for with this channel or with Overwatch in general in 2022. And hope you're all staying safe, staying healthy. Omicron's crazy out there, so just be safe, be smart, and make sure you guys are doing everything you can to stay safe and healthy. That's all from me for today. Thank you all once again, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.